Morning students. Next we are going to discuss is MOSFET biasing. Before going for the biasing of MOSFET, let me have some introduction about that MOSFET. MOSFET means metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. This can be made comparatively smaller than BGT. So due to this characteristics, it can be used to design high density VLSI circuits. As that due to its insulated gate, the input resistance is very high, and they are also called as insulated gate field effect transistor, IGFET. Okay, there are two types of transistors in this one: enhancement mode MOSFET and depletion mode MOSFET. When you are going for that n channel enhancement mode MOSFET, the VGS will be greater than VT to operate it in the saturation region. That time the ID can be given by K into VGS minus VT the whole square, where K is the conduction parameter. It can be given by ID on divided by VGS on minus VT the whole square. And this K parameter K can be given by 1 by 2 mu n COX into W by L, where mu n is the mobility of the electrons and epsilon naught x, that is COX, is the oxide capacitance. This can be given by epsilon OX divided by TOX, where epsilon OX is oxide permittivity and TOX is the oxide thickness, and W is the channel width, L is the channel length. And here is the symbol for n channel MOSFET. It can be drawn, the symbol can be given like this one or like this one. Okay, both are same. N channel MOSFET and P channel MOSFET symbols are given here. Next, this is the ideal current voltage characteristics of a output MOSFET amplifier. That is, output characteristics, output resistance R naught can be given by dou VDS by dou ID. It should be infinitive for ideal characteristics, but at VA equal to minus 1 by lambda, it will be reaches that minus VA value. So R naught can be given by VA by IDQ, or we can write that as 1 by lambda IDQ or lambda IDQ the whole inverse, where IDQ equal to K into VGS minus VT the whole square. And this ID can be given using that lambda, that is lambda is the channel length modulation parameter. Okay, lambda is the channel length modulation parameter. Using that channel length modulation parameter, we can write ID equal to K into VGS minus VT the whole square into 1 plus lambda VDS. Next, we are going to discuss about some parameters, body effect. When you are in IC fabrication, that substrate of all the n channel MOSFETs are connected together. Of body of n channel MOSFETs are usually common and are connected to most negative potential in the circuit. When you are discussing about that, the drain of, see the diagram, the drain of MOSFET 1 is common to the source of MOSFET 2. When both the MOSFETs are conducting, there is a non-zero drain to source voltage on MOSFET 1. That means source of MOSFET 2 is not in the same potential as the substrate. Okay, as a result, there exists a zero potential or reverse bias voltage across the source substrate of p junction of MOSFET 2. The change in the reverse biased voltage causes threshold voltage change. This is known as body effect. Due to the body effect, there is a change in the potential voltage, threshold voltage. That threshold voltage Vt can be given by PTO plus gamma V2 square root of 2 pi f plus VSB minus square root of 2 pi f. So this VTO is the threshold voltage for substrate VSB equal to 0, and gamma is the bulk threshold or body effect parameter. Phi f is the semiconductor parameter. It will be in the range of minus 3.5. Next, sub-threshold condition. What is the sub-threshold condition means? When you are taking the current equation ID equal to K into VGS minus VT the whole square, when you are taking the square root of this ID, square root of ID will be equal to square root of K into VGS minus VT. So this shows that ID is fully depends upon VGS. When this VGS value is slightly less than VT, your ID will not be 0. There will be a current conduction. That current is called as subthreshold current. Next, breakdown effects. There are four breakdown effects are there. Breakdown due to avalanche multiplication, breakdown due to punch through effect, and breakdown due to near avalanche or snapback, breakdown due to static charge. Okay, breakdown due to avalanche effect multiplication is when applied drain voltage is too high, the drain to subtract PN junction may be breakdown due to avalanche multiplication. That is, this is same as that of PN junction reverse bias breakdown. Next, breakdown due to punch through effect. What is the punch through effect? It occurs when the drain voltage is large enough for the depletion region to create a channel around that from source to drain. Okay, this effect is also causes the drain current to increase rapidly with only small increase in the VD. This may significant when there is a small devices, when you are using small devices. Next, breakdown due to near avalanche or snapback. The near avalanche or snapback effect is due to second order effect. Second order occurs due to second order effects with MOSFET. That is parasitic condition or excess electric field in the oxide. Okay, this is due to this parasitic action or excess electric field occur in the oxide field. Okay, next, breakdown due to static charge. When input impedance of MOSFET is very high, a small amount of static charge will be accumulating on the gate that can cause breakdown voltage to be excess. Next, temperature effect. If temperature increases, the threshold voltage will be decreased. If the threshold voltage decrease, what causes ID can be increased. Similarly, if temperature increases, the mobility also K value will be decreased. Due to this one, ID will be decreased. So, if there is any increase in the ID due to temperature increase in the change in the threshold voltage, the same ID can be decreased due to the mobility of charge carriers. So, the temperature effect is very less in the MOSFET. Okay, there is no thermal runaway in the MOSFET. Thank you.